Lounge. Right now we're going to go over the two trades that I took this week. One was a win and one was break even. This trade right now, we're just going to hop right into it. I took a trade on gold right here on the 7th of September, and I was stopped out break even. So we see price coming down here. Price closed back into this range, essentially a fake out. So price came back into this range. I took the sell at the flip of the candle right here, had my stop loss in the appropriate spot, and price came down, touched the zone, came back up, and stopped me out. So that's pretty much the gist of this trade that we had going on here on Tuesday. Now the second trade that I took, I did post this on my IG, the outcome of this trade. This was on GBPJPY. I took it Thursday night. This was during Asian session. So right here, as you can see, price closes above the range. We have a little bit of a break here, and then price breaks this high. So I took the entry at the break of the current candle high, which is here. I closed partial, caught about 6 pips right here. The reason why I closed it right here was because we have a little bit of a support resistance area to the left here. So I closed, moved my stop loss to break even. Price came back down, stopped me out, and then it eventually shot up and hit TP, but I wasn't in it, but it's all good though. So those are the only two trades that I was able to take this week. So I'm super blessed about that. So right now what we're going to do, we're just going to go over just the outcome and just take a look at the weekly and the monthly and daily charts for the pairs that I trade, which are going to be gold, GJ, and US30. So first we're going to start off on gold that we have right here. So you can see we ended the week bullish right here on this candle. So we ended the week bullish at the support area. So we have price bouncing off support here. Price played around here. We bounced here. We bounced here back in July, and then now we're bouncing again off of this area. So I mean, we can anticipate to see next week price come down here, wick down possibly, and then continue up and possibly fill this area up right here. So that's on the weekly. On the monthly, we are a little bit bullish here. But the monthly, we still have a lot more days and weeks to go left in the monthly. So, you know, this candle can only close for this week like this, but who knows how this candle is going to close come September 30th. We can close below the range. We can close sitting at this range. Who knows? So, but we're going to be paying attention to, like, you know, just the weekly outcome. So right now, I believe that we may continue up here going into next week. So I'm just gonna break down this chart right here. Let's see. So I see we have some kind of like resistance forming right here. My daily target for next week would probably be somewhere in this area. Since we have some resistance right here, some support right here, you can see price is already tapping up into this area already, as you can see. So I would like to see if price will either get above this area or we will continue back in the other direction. So let's head down to the 4-hour. So let's see here. So I like to base my trades pretty much off of the daily. I look at the monthly, I look at the weekly, but I pretty much base my trades off of the daily. So I would look to do like sells around this area. So I'll take a look at the 4-hour here, see what the 4-hour is giving me. This is where I mark up my ranges or my zones. So right now we're on the 1-hour, so I would look for sells below this area, this 1705 area. So I'm looking for a closure below this area, whether it be a 30-minute, well, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, however price wants to set it up. That's where I would be looking for sales. This is just another area of support that we have going on here. At the 17-13 area. And then the 17-28 area is where I would be looking for buys. So if price breaks above here, a closure below, whether that be on the 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, again, just depends on how price sets up when it gets there, or if it gets there. I'll set my alerts. It looks like price is retracing here. Still trying to figure out, price hasn't pretty much printed enough candles in order for me to see how it wants to set up before I can place a zone or anything like that. So for right now, until we come into Asian session on Sunday, this is what my chart is going to look like just to start the weekend off, until price opens up. So the markets open up on Sunday, and I'll see what else the market has to offer. So let's take a look at GJ here. We're going to take a look at the weekly chart. Actually, we can start off on the monthly chart, just so we can be in tune with the market, see what the month is doing right now. So you can see GJ has monthly is hovering right here at this resistance area. So we are bullish right now for the month. GJ is very bullish. It was playing around a little bit before, over the last couple of weeks in July and June and August. This was a hot mess. I mean, it's tradable on the lower times frame, but like looking at the higher time frame at this right here, this is a hot mess, honestly. So let's head down to the daily candles. Start marking up some zones. So this would be the high right here, in my opinion, what I'm looking at. So I would be looking for, since we are bullish, I'm looking for buys above this area. Let's head down to the 1 hour. Let's see, let's go back to the 4 hour. 4 hour closed bearish at this zone right here, which could indicate that we are going to come back down potentially. Like what I'm doing now is I'm comparing the time frames. So I'm comparing the 1 hour with the 4 hour. I'm trying to build the story here and see what's going on. I'm comparing the lower time frames with the higher time frames and trying to find confirmation between the 4 hour, 1 hour, and the 30-minute in the daily. I'm trying to make sure that when I'm doing my analysis that they all are lining up together. I want to be on the right side of the market. So you see the daily is bearish. Daily closed bearish. What I'll be looking for to see if price will create a wick up here somewhere in this area and then continue to fill this range that price has created at the market open on Sunday night going into Monday. So right now what I'll be looking for is sells. I'm looking for sales in the market because the daily closed bearish at that zone. The 4 hours closing bearish, and we have the 1 hour closing bearish right here. So I'm looking for sells on GJ. Price even closed beyond this zone area right here too as well. So it looks like price is already moving in action. So then it's still very early. We still have to wait to see what the market wants to do when it opens up on Sunday night. So this is how I'm going to leave it for right now, before I drop any more zones. Alright, so you can say sells below this area right here. This would definitely be a fake out area. So if price closes bullish up here, as you see it closed bullish right here, price closed back into the range bearish, leaving us a wick to fill right here. Price came up, wicked up, and then it continued down. So it faked out for the buys and gave us sells. So I would be looking for sells right here at this 165, 106 area. Potentially right down to this point right here would be 164, 517. So we'll see what happens in Asian session when the market opens on Sunday night for GJ. So let's take a look at US30. Start off on the monthly, see where the monthly is at right now. So right now the monthly is bullish. We are pulling up a little bit. This can easily, flip down bearish. We can continue down because the monthly is still active. It's not closed yet. So this week we closed bullish right here, creating a support area. Okay, so we can see the next week come down maybe a little bit, halfway probably right here to this 31670 area, and flip up bullish for the week. So the first half of the week could be bearish. We could see some sells in the first half of the week, and then ending the week next week, the second half of next week, we could see some bullish momentum. This is the daily here. You see the daily's been up the past 3 days for the last half of the week. Let's see. All right, let's head down to the 4 hour. I'm going back to the daily just to think about what's going on here. So the weekly, still bullish. Everything's bullish here, so I'll be looking for buys on US30. So I'm start marking up my ranges here. I'll be looking for buys above this area. This 32,199. So buys above there. And then you don't want to have just one bias. My bias would be bullish, but if price does not give us the closure above for buys, we're going to be in sell. So I want to be able to move with the market. So I would say sells below this 31972 area. So if we were to close back into this range right here, this is where I would be looking for sells. To see how price lines up with the ranges that I've created. went down to 30-minute. Usually I'll look at the 30-minute for entries and just go based off of that. If I don't see something on the 30-minute, okay, I'm looking at the 15. If I don't see any, and then if I look at the 30-minute, I don't see anything there, I'll look again at the 1 hour. So I'll go back and forth just to see like how price is moving, how price is setting up. So those are going to be my outlook on US30, GJ, and gold for next week. Only took 2 trades this week, so pretty much 1 break even, 1 win. That's going to be it for this video, you guys. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'm on Instagram a lot. You can find me at Instagram at traderslounge.us. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, all traderslounge.us. You just type in Traders Lounge US, I should come up. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.